Hi friends, welcome to Yuva Maths Theory Lectures. Problems we have already covered in this app. Kindly follow this to get all the solved problems. These solved problems are easy, difficult, every level. And also they are useful for the CBSE, ICSE and various state boards across India. So do download it and follow it. Okay, let's move on. Real numbers. We'll be focusing only on theory over here. Real numbers. Now what are real numbers? Basically there are two types of numbers. I have covered this in my earlier lectures also, as well as in these problems also. Real and imaginary. Now that real are again distributed into two. Not two, basically many actually. Rational, irrational. So rational, irrational means again they can be distributed in further. Rational can be distributed in natural, whole, integers, all these things. Natural means what? Those starting from 1 to 3. Whole means starting from 0. Integers means on the left side of 0, on the right side of 0. See this. Okay. But what is the specific quality of all these three numbers? Natural, whole and integers. They don't have a point. 1.1, 1.2. It's never there. It's 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay. So basic. Remember these three things. You might have studied by now already. So won't waste our time over here. Now important parts. Integers contain whole numbers plus negative plus negative of all the natural numbers. Okay, that's okay. Means whole numbers. Whole means starting from 0 plus negatives of all the natural numbers. Okay. Can there be a minus 0? No, it's not there. The natural number without 0 are commonly referred to as positive integers. Natural numbers without 0. Okay. The negative of a positive integer is defined as a number that produces 0. Means what? Negative of a positive 3 and negative of 3 is minus 3. So both if added, what will happen? It will produce 0 when it's added to the corresponding positive. Okay. Natural number with 0 are referred to as non-negative integers. Okay. So that's okay, means whole numbers only. The natural numbers form a subset of integers. Right. Now what is said subset? Subset means, so out of this, suppose if I divide separate from 0, then it becomes whole. If I separate from 1 to right side, then it becomes natural. So what can we say? Natural is a subset of integers, right? And then what next? Integers is a subset of rational numbers. You can say that. Okay. Rational numbers is a subset of real numbers. And real numbers is a subset of numbers, because numbers are of two types, real and this imaginary. Okay. Okay. What are rational then? Rational is a number is called rational if it can be expressed in the form p upon q, and p and q are integers, and importantly q is not equal to 0. That is very important. Q is not equal to 0. Greater than 0 you can't say. Suppose if it is minus 3 also, then that minus can be transferred to p also. Okay. So basic is q not equal to 0. If q is equal to 0, then p upon 0 is not defined. Anything divided by 0 is not defined. Okay. Next, few important points. Every integer, natural, whole is a rational number, right? Because it's a subset, as they can be expressed in terms of p upon q. How? P upon q means what? Suppose if I want to express, say, natural number 5 in form of p upon q, how will I express? 5 upon 1, right? Basic condition is q not equal to 0. So 5 upon 1. Suppose 200 upon 1. Done. There are infinite rational numbers between two rational numbers. Means what? Now this is something difficult. Okay. So two rational numbers. Let's say we talk of 1 and 2. Okay. Because all are rational, natural. So 1 and 2. How many numbers can there be between 1 and 2? We can't even think. See here. 1.1, 1.01, 1.0001, 1.00001. How many up to how many zeros I can go? I can go up to infinite. This is only for 1.00. I can again go for 1.10000 infinite, and then again 1.00001. Okay, that is also a number. It means what? There are infinite natural numbers, infinite numbers between two rational numbers. Can there be infinite natural numbers between two consecutive natural numbers? No. Means 2, 3. Can there be any number between them? Natural number? No. But can there be a rational number between them? Yes. 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.11, 2.15. Okay. Blah blah. they either have a termination decimal expression or repeating non-terminating decimal expression. This is very important and very difficult to understand. Okay, so terminating decimal expression means what? 1.1 means terminating. Terminating means what? After point there should be at least 1, 2, 3, any number of digits, and then 0 should occur for infinite times. Means it should be 1.1200000 up to infinity, no number after that. So that is terminating. And repeating means what? 1.111111 repeating, or 1.12121212 repeating, or 1.12333333 repeating. Means what? Anything if it gets repeated, pattern or a number, then it's a rational number. You'll understand this better when you download this app and get the problems, solve problems. Okay, the sum, difference and product of two rational numbers is always a rational number. Means what? Suppose if you add 2 plus 3, it is 5. What is 5? 5 is a rational number, 2 is rational, 3 is rational. Suppose if you add 2.5 and 5.5 or 5.7, then also something comes in point, but it's a rational number. The quotient of a division of one rational number by a non-zero rational number is always a rational number. Quite simple. Means if you divide 5 by say 2, so what will be the quotient? 2.5, right? 2.5 into 2 is 5, so 2.5 is a quotient. That will always be a rational number. But what is the condition? Non-zero rational means what? If you divide 5 by 0, can it be divided? No. 5 upon 0 is not defined. The sum, difference and product of two rational numbers is always a rational number. Same logic. You add anything, divide, subtract anything, multiply anything, these two numbers, rationals, they'll always give a rational. The quotient of division of one rational number by non-zero rational number is always a rational. Yeah, done. Rational numbers satisfy the closure property under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now what is closure property? See here, I have already given almost 5 to 6 videos on these closure properties. Kindly follow that because it will waste our time over here. Okay. Irrational. Now what is irrational? What was the rational? Again, let's go back. Terminating or repeating, right? Then irrational means a number is called as irrational if it cannot be expressed in the form p upon q, where p and q are integers and q greater than not equal to 0. Cannot be expressed means what? Suppose let's say 5 upon 2. Okay, it can be expressed in 5 upon 2, 2.5. But how will you express, let's say, root 2? See these, yeah, examples. Root 2, how will you express it? Because root 2 cannot be expressed by, because what is the denominator for that? Root 2 upon 1, but that's not the answer. There should be some number where this root should go. Basically remember one thing, irrational means the root sign is there. 99% remember, irrational means root sign is there. So root 2, root 3, root 5, everything is irrational. Why they are called as irrational? Because they are non-repeating and non-terminating. Okay, we'll study this now. Okay, now Pythagoras theorem. What Pythagoras theorem has to do in these irrational numbers? Yeah, it has to do something. In the right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides, right? Base square plus height square equal to hypotenuse square. Using this theorem, we can represent the irrational numbers on the number line. This is very important. We have shown this in our solved problems. Suppose if you want to represent root 2, you can represent it on the number line. Okay. See, this is how we represent root 2. 0 is over here, then 1. Draw right angle over here, 1 and join this. That is root 2. Now take the compass over here, put one point over here, mark that arc and mark it over here and you will get root 2. Okay, represented on this number line. Okay. Now these irrational have non-terminating and non-repeating decimal expressions. It's exactly opposite to rational. The sum, difference, multiplication, division of irrational numbers are not always irrational. This is very important. For rational it's always rational. For irrational it's not always irrational. You will get that in the problems. Irrational numbers do not satisfy the closure property under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So they don't follow. Rational do follow, irrational don't follow. Now what are real then? All rational and all irrational make the collection of real numbers. Means rational plus irrational equals to real. It's denoted by capital R. We can represent real numbers on the number line. Means you can represent rational and irrational both on the number line. Just now we saw root 2. Then 1, 2, 3 and point numbers can already be represented. The square root of any positive real number exists. Means square root of any number exists which is real. They also can be represented on number line. Okay. The sum or difference of rational numbers and an irrational number is an irrational number. Remember, rational plus irrational equals to irrational. Product or division of rational number with an irrational number is an irrational number. Means rational into irrational equals to irrational. Rational divided by irrational equals to irrational. Okay. The process of visualization of representing a decimal expansion on a number line is known as process of successive magnification. Remember this sentence only. No use in practical problems. Okay. So representing these representing a decimal expansion. Decimal expansion means what? 2.35. How to expand this? 2 plus 3 upon 10 plus 5 upon 100. That is expansion. You might have studied it earlier also. On a number line is known as a process of successive magnification. Means magnification means what? What is the word magnification means? It means expansion, right? So expansion equals to magnification. That's it. Download Yuvaguru Maths Olympiad app from Play Store to get his videos, tests, question banks with explanations directly on your mobile. These videos contain problems as well as theories, useful for CBSE, ICSE and various state boards across India and outside India also. Follow us on Facebook on this link, WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. Also, you get 500 plus questions with explanations and case studies on your PC. It's a separate paid version. So keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.